on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's gonna be a good one. All that and more coming up next.
Now from the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line, and that's where the offense will take over. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. They're led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted first overall or, in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish some sort of early rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
Not the sharpest of starts on offense. Here, an early 3rd and long. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw and brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This returnable with Palmer. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50 and set up the offense with a short field. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the number 1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now, a run with the rookie out of Oregon. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
On 1st down is Mayfield. He finds Mr. Reliable, Mike Evans. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A give. This is Irving. Oh, big hole left side. That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, it will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Here's a run. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line, and that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for 2nd down and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. This one caught at the 4. And he churns out some of the hard yards in this area of the field, working it to the 3-yard line. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. To throw is Mayfield. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
On 4th down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Niners offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll begin with 1st and 10. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. He'll go right and find his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll send a tight end in motion right. Play action. Here's Purdy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Here we go. Take go.
Purdy works out of the pistol. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and long. Here's Purdy again. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. And now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. The Bucs offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first, the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have a clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
He'll take this in back at the 16.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Here's Purdy, making the read and keeping it. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man. When those two things are on point, it results in a 1st down.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Over the middle to Ayuk, complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's Purdy. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. They'll throw again with Purdy. That is caught, and he's in. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So the official upstairs and the replay center in New York get the second look. And indeed, this call will be overturned. It is brought in the end zone. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Oftentimes, you can tell the decision about whether or not a team is going to go for it on 4th down based on what they do on 3rd down, and I think they knew they had an extra down in their back pocket. Try on 3rd and goal to go through the air, and even if you fail, you still got one more shot at it, and it results in a touchdown.
Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will open up a 6-point lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bucs offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. You get this complete right side to Otten. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
something going.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is your game, baby.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. It's complete to Evans. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Mayfield. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
So we hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers in the lead as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. They're likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. To return is Tucker. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Buccaneers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Irving, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range, but for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run it. It's Irving. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down.
Let's do this, man.
Here's 3rd and 7. They send Evans in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air.
The Niners offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
Great job by the defense seeing this jet sweep unfold. They're able to get right to the point of contact and take this guy down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man is Jennings.
They can't beat us straight up, boys. Come on, don't stop that.
It is 3rd and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
The 49ers out for the punt, as he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. That's taken in at the 50. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Godwin working the right side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. That's Charvarius Ward, able to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Irving. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. The veteran Leonard Floyd, they're on the tackle. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. They send Godwin in motion. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. To the left side, to Godwin. And he's going to have the 1st down, but we do have a flag on the field, and they are already walking backwards. The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Receiver in motion, headed left. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Charvarius Ward able to get the hand in there and make the play.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Buccaneers will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Samuel, gonna see what he can do. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
On 2nd down, Purdy. He gets it to Samuel, left side. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Third down, 3 to go. So Kittle comes in motion. 3rd and short, here's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
It's a gain there of 26 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here's Purdy again. He's got it at the 3. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. George Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
On is Moody to add the extra point. He's got it. And the 49ers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Irving now on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming, getting started with 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. They'll try to hit him with a screen. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screenplays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
There's Evans. He's got it. Here now, 3rd and 5. Mayfield. They'll look to set up the screen here. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker, and it sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
It's a pickup of 14, and the decision to go for it pays off.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is 2nd down and 5. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They'll drop to throw. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That is brought in. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Throwing here on 3rd and to the end zone. It's intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So, here's Brock Purdy, and this 49ers offense heading back onto the field. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down, a pickup of 9. They run once more with McCaffrey. Room up the sideline at the 45. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. The Buccaneers forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
Playmaker, step up right now.
So a win here for the 49ers. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.